And look at each other.
Oh, that's so corny and cheesy. Okay, I'm gonna laugh.
Serious face.
Okay. You can't make a serious face. You looking at me like that.
Kiss me on the cheek.
I mess up my lip gloss.
Just get close, like you kissing me on the cheek.
Now you wanna lie. I'll be looking at you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you making me laugh by this face.
I'm gonna look like this, and you look at me. Love me.
What's up, T&V fam? Welcome back to T&V Nation. It's your girl, Tawana.
And your boy, Vaughn. And we are back on the scene, back on the set with another video for y'all.
Yes.
It's Valentine's Day, y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, and you. Mm-hmm. All of y'all. All y'all.
All y'all.
All of you all. You all. How many of y'all say y'all? How many say you all? Anyway, we doing a, is this a challenge? Not a challenge. This is the This is the Valentine's Day question tag. Valentine's Day question tag. Heart to heart. Heart to heart collab created by Keeping Up with the Griffins. We were called out to do this by none other than Collab. You silly. Yeah, Collab called us out to do this, y'all. Marcus and Michaela. So we got to answer 14 questions.
Do we have to call some people out?
But I got some people to call out.
Okay.
So we got to answer 14 questions, and we are going to call out some couples to do this. Even though it's Valentine's Day when you're seeing this, y'all can keep the love going because the love keeps going, right?
Exactly. The love never ends after Valentine's Day.
That's right.
We're going to keep this up. It's pretty cool.
We're going to get right into these questions. How long have you been together?
Who's taking that one?
I'll take it. So we've been together, wow, it's going on 5 years, y'all.
Dang,
it's
that
going
long?
on 5 years. Married a little over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So we got together 2018? 17. 2017, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Got married 2019.
Right before the pandemic hit, y'all.
Right before, y'all. So we were dealing with the pandemic as newlyweds.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That was crazy, y'all. How did you meet?
Oh my goodness. That's a long story. We do have a video in which we talk about that. Can you link that video so they can get that information?
We'll give y'all the short version.
I'll give y'all the short version. So my husband and I are both licensed clinical social workers. We were both therapists at a psychiatric hospital where we met. Actually,
I thought you were going to give him the short version.
This is going to be short. He was actually my boss. So he was actually a director and I was a therapist there. And so that's where we met. And we were in a professional relationship for a while, and then we became friends, and then, you know,
it went on from there.
It is what it is. Watch the video.
Watch the video.
Just watch the video.
Watch the video to get the full cup of tea. What was one of the most memorable moments from when you started dating?
You want to take that one?
I'll take that one. This is spicy, y'all.
Oh, Lord, what are you about to say? Spicy. What was spicy?
So I'm going to tell y'all about our first date.
Oh, Lord.
Our first date, y'all, wasn't even supposed to be a date. This was just, hey, I heard about this variety show. It was a variety show. They got poets, dancers, singers, writers, and then, you know, they would read some of their... It was like spoken word.
It was kind of an erotic show that he asked me to attend with him as a friend.
Oh, you're going to put it all out there?
I'm going to put it all out there. We were just friends, and he asked me to attend this erotic show with him.
I did.
And I was like, okay, we just friends, so I guess that's cool, you know, because it was an interesting... I knew it was going to be an interesting show. He had been to one before. We had similar interests, but whatever. We ain't going to go there. So, yeah, it was an erotic show. Continue.
So y'all, we standing up in there. We was you could sit down or you could stand up. People would stand up in the back, stand up on the side. So we were standing up right next to the bar. This is the memorable moment. Actually, there are two memorable moments from that night, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the first one. Maybe we'll make a video and tell you about the second one. But we were standing up against the bar, and I was just kind of.
He always says this.
I was actually on the other side of her, but I was just kind of standing there with my arm on the bar, not around her or anything, but just like that. And I just remember leaning over. Look that way. I remember leaning over, and she was watching the show, and I just remember leaning in and smelling her hair, y'all. She didn't even feel me doing it.
No, I didn't feel him doing that. But I remember, like, inching closer and closer to him. Mm-hmm. And we were just friends. Like I said, this literally was not even a date. This was, let me ask my friend to go hang out with me, go see this show with me. This erotic show.
Boy, if you don't...
subconscious motives.
It was subconscious.
Subconscious drives, honey. So, I agreed, and the rest is history. But that was a memorable moment. That was... You know what was memorable about that for me? Like I said, we had a professional relationship, then we became friends, and I just thought we were always going to just be friends. So that moment was like the first time that I realized that I had some attraction to him and feelings for him that extended beyond just like a friendship type of vibe. I was like, oh, okay.
You know what? I skipped over one. Where was your first date? So we just told y'all about it.
Would you consider that our first actual date?
It turned into a date.
It did, yeah.
Because
it turned into a date.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell y'all the second part of it then. We kind of hinted at this in a short that we did a month or so ago. But after that, after the variety show, we were getting in our cars, and I was like, "You ready to go home?" And she was like, "No, not really."
He keeps saying variety show.
That's what it is. What would you call it?
It's an erotic show.
It was an erotic variety show. Yeah, so she was, not really ready to go home. I was like, well, hey, let's go hang out somewhere. So there was a place, this is a sports bar, and I asked her if she had ever heard of that. Now, I didn't know this. She had been there plenty of times because it was close to where she lived.
Right.
I had been there a few times too, so we ended up going to this sports bar. They got hookahs, they got really good food, drinks all the time. Y'all go back and watch that short where we were in there.
Yeah.
But
it's our spot.
Yeah, but we ended up going there next. And that's where it got a little steamy.
Yeah. But it was like the things that were going on at the variety show was kind of a precursor leading up to the steaminess at the second spot. Yeah. PG rated steamy, not R rated steamy.
Right.
Not that steamy.
Who said I love you first?
I think you said it first.
You think so?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Mm-mm. I don't remember one.
I don't remember exactly, but I know that I usually don't say that first. Do you? Probably.
I often do.
So I think I kind of remember him saying that. So some of y'all might be like, well, how y'all don't remember like a moment like that? Y'all, there was so much going on with us, and it was happening so fast, and it was really intense, and there was other things going on in our lives. So it's not that there were so many there were
you all tongue tied.
I had a couple drinks before this because we went out, but anyway, that's another story. There were so many special moments that I love. Saying I love you did not stand out to me as much as other things that were happening that really showed that he loved me or that I loved him. So it was like more of things that we were doing to show love towards each other, which stood out to me more than just saying I love you. Because, people can say that and, what does that really mean? But to answer the question, I think he said it first.
I probably did.
Probably.
When was the moment you knew you were in love?
You want to answer that?
I don't think I remember. I don't want to take this too literally because I tend to do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't remember a moment. Here's the thing, y'all. So, like she was saying, there was so much going on with us, and it was intense.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have these deep discussions about ourselves, about each other, about what we want out of life, about problems we had in the past, issues we were trying to deal with, and things like that. And being able to have those conversations, being able to be transparent, being able to open up, and all this kind of stuff, and the comfort and safety of being able to do that helped me realize I was in love. So I don't remember a specific moment, but I remember those moments, several of those moments.
Yeah, same for me. It wasn't a specific moment. It was more of a. I remember the feeling, but not the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I remember feeling like I can actually feel safe with this person. I can trust this person. I can be myself with this person. And this person and that feeling is what I want in a relationship. And so I remember feeling like he or the relationship or whatever we had together made me feel things that I hadn't really felt before as far as safety and comfort in a relationship, where I can just be me and it was okay and it was safe. So yeah, it was when I knew that I was in love with him, when I could feel safe in that relationship.
What's your definition of love?
My definition? I don't know if I have like a definition of love, because I think love can be defined in various ways depending on how someone shows love. So I kind of look at the love languages to determine like definition of love for me. So for me, love is something that is not only a feeling, but it's something that is also tied to an action. Love is, for me, is a verb. It's something you do. You show that you love someone. You don't just. You're crazy. It's not deep. He crazy. So you don't just tell someone you love them, and even if you do, for me, because for some people that might be enough. If words of affirmation is your love language, that's you, is not mine. So for me, love is something you do. You show someone you love them by whatever your love language is, by doing kind things for them, by showing affection. Also, kind gestures is important as well. Physical touch, all the love languages really are mine. So for me, love is how you show someone that they mean a lot to you, is what you do. That's it.
I would agree with that, y'all. I don't think there's much I can add to that.
Okay.
What are your favorite qualities about each other? So I'll go first.
Okay.
You know what, y'all? So here's the
What?
One of my, and this also is one of the things that made me knew I loved her. One of my favorite things about her is also one of the things that most gets under my skin.
What?
This woman makes me see myself in a way that sometimes I don't see myself, like on my own. She'll point out things. She'll just point out things, ask questions. Well, do you think maybe you do this because of that? The whole therapist thing, y'all.
I try not to.
See, yeah, that's the thing. You're not supposed to be therapist to your spouse or to your kids or to your family, your friends, none of that. But yeah, sometimes we can't help it.
Sometimes can't help but see what you see.
Our way of looking at the world and looking at people, sometimes we just can't help it. So it helps me grow, but in the moment, sometimes it annoys me. So, yeah. also love his booty.
Oh my goodness, he is too much, y'all. Now, I do that, and
you gotta explain what you
no,
do.
I'm gonna answer the question, but I just want to say this, and I may have told you this, I may not have, but I'm saying it here on the video. I love this man so much that I see him in, just such a positive light, in a positive way. And I always want him to be his best self. So I'm always pushing this man to be the highest version of himself because I love him that much, and that's how I see him. So I want him to see himself in the way I see him. But sometimes he sees that differently. Sometimes he thinks that I don't see him that way, and I'm trying to make him be that. But it's the opposite. Like, I see you. I see this high version of you. And so I just push you to get there. Now, what was the question so I can answer it?
What's your favorite quality about me?
My favorite quality about you is your gentleness. Like, he is really almost always kind and gentle and patient. For the most part, he has his moments like everybody else. He has his moments. But overall, it was really his gentleness that attracted me to him. And it's one of my favorite qualities because, that balances me out. I can be a little feisty.
Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio, and he's a Cancer. So, he brings that sensitive, gentle side, which just, I think, creates a nice balance. And I really like that.
Who's more organized?
Me? Easily. Would you disagree?
No, I agree with that.
I'm extremely organized, always have been. I don't like disorganization. I don't like clutter. I don't like chaos.
Woo! If your home was on fire and everyone was out, what item would you come back to save? Wait,
don't we have to ask that about each other?
What organized would your spouse or partner come back to save?
Yeah, we got to answer that about each other.
So I'm going to say, you going to come back in.
He don't know.
You going to come back in for your crystals off your altar.
Yeah. I don't know for sure if it will be my crystals, but I know I'm coming back for some things off of my altar. It might not be my crystals though. It might be my ancestor photograph that I have framed in a cute, nice way.
Well, I was thinking it would be easier to replace those because you printed them anyway. So
I know, but it was the energy that went into creating that little collage of pictures. So, and seeing it every day and feeling the energy and all of that, like I have more of a connection to that. The crystals can easily be replaced. I can go to any store and get those crystals. I can also reprint the pictures again. But I think if I had to grab anything, it would definitely be something off my ancestor altar, and it would most likely be the photograph.
Well, if you're going to grab that, you might as well go and grab the crystals too.
You would grab your computer, your laptop. He would grab that laptop. You always on that laptop. You seem to be more attached to that laptop than anything else. You use it more than anything else.
I don't think so.
What would you come back for?
I would grab my firearms, y'all. Because they're going to be... Anything on my computer is in the cloud.
I guess.
It's in the cloud. So I can get another laptop and still have access to what I need.
You get more guns.
But it's going to cost more.
So it's just... I don't ever see the firearms, so I don't know. But all I know is he always like this. We go on a vacation, a staycation. It don't matter. He got that computer.
That's true. But
he has that computer.
Y'all know. Next question. What's your idea of a healthy relationship? You first on that one.
A healthy relationship is one in which there's mutual respect and kindness and gentleness and compassion. Individuals in the relationship remain individuals, stay working on themselves, maintain an individual identity so that you have things that make you uniquely you, and that make you whole, that you can bring to that relationship. Not looking for someone to complete you, but being in a relationship where someone adds to what you already have is healthy. And also communication, being able to communicate effectively and openly, being able to resolve conflict. The way in which you fight matters. It's actually one of the greatest predictors of whether or not your relationship is going to survive is how you fight. What does your conflict look like, and how do you resolve it? Having a friendship, I think, is really important, which is how we started and what we have. So, what would you say?
You sound like a relationship expert.
I kind of am.
Are you?
Yes, I am. That's literally what I do.
So y'all, that's funny. I was gonna say almost the same thing, just shorter. So somebody told me several years ago, and to me, even though it was several years ago, this was still late in life as far as I'm concerned. I should have heard this before. But somebody once told me, people like to say relationships are 50-50, or marriage. They said marriage is 50-50, but it's not. It's 100-100. A healthy relationship needs to requires both people be full individuals. Like she said, not waiting on somebody else. You a half a cup, and you need somebody else to fill the rest of your cup. Well, they got to empty their cup. If they 50, look at it this way. If they already at 50% too, and they got to fill up your 50%, now they empty. So how's that helpful?
It doesn't work. You have to pour into your own cup. And if your cup is full, then you have some to give. If your cup ain't full, you really don't have anything to give anyone else. And if you do give from your cup when you don't have anything left, you're going to be left depleted. And that's where resentment kicks in. And that's not healthy for a relationship. So focus on yourself, love yourself, pour into your own cup, and the overflow can spill onto others in your life that you love, including your partner.
What's your ultimate goal as a couple? This is next to the last question.
Goal.
I think I'm supposed to go first.
Go.
So I would say our ultimate goal, y'all, is to build a legacy. I mean, I think black folks, I'm going to go ahead and say this, black folks are new to the idea. Relatively
Not new. We was doing it way back when, what they had.
No, that's true. Black Wall
Street when they burned our stuff down. So we ain't new. We just, we're starting to do this again. We're
reinstating it, yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the idea of building wealth that your grandkids can benefit from, that's something we want to do. So,
same.
And in various ways, not just through our jobs or, something like that.
Yeah.
But, finding ways to build wealth, but also to pour into our kids so that they do the same thing, so that they create wealth for their grandkids. And keep it going, create that family legacy.
Absolutely. My answer to that is exactly the same. That's my ultimate goal. I would like to have grandchildren at some point. My kids are early 20s. Well, only one is early 20s, but hopefully, someday down the line I'll get one. But I have 3 kids.
In less than a month, the other one, the next one gonna be early 20s.
But anyway, so that's what it is.
She don't want to accept that, y'all.
I don't.
2 of your kids early 20s, mine late 20s. So, hey, when them great kids coming?
Hey, for real,
we want to see the wife first, though. Get that wife first.
Yeah.
All right. Last question, y'all. What advice would you give other couples for having a healthy relationship?
I would give them the same advice I gave them. I would tell them the same things that I talked about when I asked about what is a healthy relationship. Make sure you are working on yourself, pouring into yourself, giving you what you need so that you can have more to give to that relationship. Make sure you are communicating with your partner honestly. Sometimes it's hard. Y'all heard what he said. Sometimes I have to point things out. Let me tell you, it's not easy. It's easy for me to do it because that goes easily with my personality. It's not easy for him to receive it. It's not easy to have those discussions that we have to have. But in the end, in the long run, they are helpful. So being able to communicate honestly with your partner in a healthy way, to be able to have conflicts that are healthy, not just, yelling and cussing each other out. We don't do all that. But
I don't do all that.
I don't be yelling and cussing you out. He needs to stop. You have a friendship, like each other. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really like that person, and y'all not friends, and y'all don't have common interests, and y'all don't have fun hanging out together, that's going to be a problem because sometimes when you're not feeling all romantic and in love, well, what do you do if that person ain't even your friend? You don't even like them.
Damn. I want to talk to my older couples. Okay? And this is about to, I'm about to be brutal. But hey, the first thing I gotta say is, I'm talking about us too. When she says, work on your own stuff, when you get with somebody and you're over, let's say 35, this is about to be a serious relationship, over 35, over 40, whatever. Both of y'all coming into that with some baggage. Okay? We dragging stuff behind us. You got failed marriages, failed relationships. You bringing kids into it. You got other stuff that you never dealt with. It might have been stuff way back from childhood that you still haven't dealt with, or other traumas from your adulthood. And so you got to work on that stuff because you bring it into the relationship. So that goes back to that 100. That don't mean you perfect. 100 don't mean you perfect. What it means is, at the very least, I recognize my stuff, and I'm at the very least in the process of working on it, addressing it. It ain't got to be going to see a therapist, but that could be part of it too. Don't act like you all good. We all got stuff, and you got to work on that stuff.
Absolutely.
Or else this is just the next person to do the same damage to that you already did to the other ones. Don't do that. Or you looking for the next person to do the same damage to you that was done by the last ones. You got to fix the stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Pour up a cup for us. We're going to pour up one for y'all. Oh, we got to call out our people. Do the cringy YouTube stuff. We'll see y'all on the next one. T&V Nation out.
Bye.